part two of my favorite brand new boats you can buy in 2024 going into 2025, under $10,000, part two. If you haven't seen part one, I highly recommend it, but the same rules apply. There's lots of lists out there talking about the top boats under $10,000, but when you click it, 80% of the time, you can't buy it. They're unavailable. They're in a different country, but these are all either available directly from the manufacturer or they are for sale from dealers, so you can legitimately purchase all of these boats right now for under $10,000. And if they don't come with a motor, the motor has to be factored in, the price of it, and it's still, the total package has to be under 10 grand. Anyway, let's get into it. First on our list is the Highfield Classic 340 aluminum rib. Now, if you don't know what a rib boat is, it stands for rigid inflatable boat. And this boat's on sale right now, 14% off, but it's going to come in at about $6,514. Now, this rib does not come with a motor or a trailer. However, you can add a 15 to 20 horsepower tiller outboard motor for another $2,000 to $3,000, as well as getting a cheap small trailer, because this boat only comes in at 11 foot 2 inches, so it's pretty small. You can even throw it in the bed of your truck if you really needed to. Anyway, it's advertised as a lightweight, durable, inflatable boat. It has a double deck design to keep your feet dry. It has extra large bow locker storage, which is super handy, especially in rib boats. This is a premium rib boat, as you can see. I absolutely love the design, and the fact that it does have bow storage with a raised little casting deck is pretty sweet. Also kind of acts as another bench. Anyway, it does have a high-end finish and design with the EVA foam all throughout. It is a 6-person capacity, a max weight capacity of 1,215 pounds. These rib boats can take a lot of weight. And this boat only weighs 157 pounds. Believe it or not, that's only 1 pound heavier than my Old Town Sportsman kayak. Anyway, it has a 15 horsepower recommendation with a 20 horsepower maximum transom rating. This is a more premium rib boat with aluminum flooring, sea deck, and overall it just looks great. The Highfield Classic CL340 aluminum rib is a great choice. Moving into more my style of boat, and probably my favorite boat on this list, and that's going to be the Tracker Grizzly 1648 Utility. Now, it's going to come in at $4,995. However, if you order it from the website, I'm showing it to you, you're going to have another $200 in freight. You might have some extra fees, including taxes, tacked on top of that. But this boat, after shipping, is going to come in at about $5,195. This is not including a motor. You can add another 20 horsepower motor for another $3,000-$4,000 and pick up a cheap trailer. These boats are all small enough that really any small boat trailer can handle it. This is going to be the biggest on our list. Anyway, the Grizzly 1648 Utility has an aluminum hull. It's very durable, and these aluminum boats can last a lifetime, especially from a reputable brand. It comes with bow locker storage, cup holders, 4 tie-down cleats, and of course a room for a gas tank on the transom. It has a 7-degree dead rise mod V-hull, which basically is fancy jargon for smoother, drier ride. It also comes with a limited factory warranty. The boat's total length is 16 foot 1 inches, with the beam being 6 foot and a bottom width of 4 foot. So this is a wide, stable boat. It does only have a 4-person max capacity, which is a little bit low, but it has a max weight limit of 1,055 pounds, a max horsepower rating of 40 horsepower, so you're going to get this thing cooking, and has a dry weight of 640 pounds. You're definitely going to trailer this boat. Anyway, it also features exclusive Versatrack accessory mounting channels inside the gunnels, which is super cool, electronics ready. It has a trolling motor mounting surface along the bow edge. This is huge, a lot of John boats don't have that. And it also has a non-skid interior, which is vital for aluminum boats. If you've ever been in one, they get real slick real fast when you get any sort of water in the boat. Number 3 on our list isn't really a boat, but you guys know I like to throw some curveballs in because there's a wide variety of people watching this, and a lot of different people have a lot of different uses for their boats. And maybe this is for you. Anyway, it's a Hobie Compass Mirage Duo. This is a tandem pedal kayak, and it's going to come in at $3,800. Now, the benefit of this is there's no motor required, therefore no registration in really any states. It's a pedal drive, so you only use your feet. There's no trolling motor, therefore no battery, therefore no electricity cost, no charging. There's no outboard motor, so no gas, no titles, no insurance, no nothing like that. It is a dual kayak from one of the most highly regarded kayak companies on the planet. Not to mention the no gas, no batteries, no insurance, no registration. It's completely free to operate. You do not need a trailer, and you can basically store this thing anywhere. It comes with 4 H-tracks for easily mounting accessories, comfortable seating, which I know for a fact. I've used a lot of expensive Hobies. In fact, I've actually used this one in the single version, not the double version. I've spent a lot of time in this specific kayak. And the seats are really awesome. They rock. Anyway, it's fish finder ready, which is super handy. Has storage hatches with bottle openers on them. It's easy to steer with the hand-controlled rudder. These boats are actually really stable, especially at this size with it being a dual kayak. It also has ample storage in the tank well, net-style bow storage, and Hobies have this cool patented kick-up fin system, so it provides the ability to charge through shallow water with logs, grass, rocks, and just general shallow bottom with no problem, not damaging your fancy pedal drive system. Now, these kayaks get places a lot of these other boats can't, and you can launch them anywhere. I would consider it even though it's a kayak. Next up is the Milla Light Skiff by Tiny Boat Nation. This is a roto-molded boat. Now, it's going to come in at $3,500, but if you get the electric outboard motor bundle by ePropulsion, it's going to come in at $5,048. So we're just going to play it like it's coming with the outboard, but you don't have to get it if you don't want, because honestly, the outboard, not terribly impressive for the price. And you're going to kind of hear why. It's because it's the ePropulsion Spirit 3 horsepower electric. So you're paying a lot of money for only a 3 horsepower, but it's electric, silent, and no gas required. Anyway, this boat is advertised as a 13-foot model, but it comes in exactly at 12 foot 8 inches in length as a 42-inch beam, and it's 36 inches across the bottom of the hull. This is an ultra lightweight plastic 2-man skiff. I know a thing or two about these ultra lightweight 2-man boats. Anyway, it has bow and stern casting decks, non-skid, waterproof, and heat-resistant foam decking. This boat only weighs 175 pounds, comes with built-in rod holders, ample storage, can fit in the bed of your truck, or on the roof of your car if you're brave. You have a fairly large vehicle. Wouldn't recommend it. And it does have a lot of different customizable options. Now, oddly enough, I am unsure of the transom rating. I can't seem to find it anywhere, but the photos show a 15 horsepower, which if it's rated for even a maximum of 15 horsepower, that's extremely impressive, as my personal 12-foot plastic boat maxes out at 6 horsepower. So even if it caps at 15, that's incredible. And you could get a 15 horsepower basically the same price, even if you get used, than the 3 horsepower electric. So personally, I would go that route. There's not a ton of information on this boat, but people seem to love it, and it looks super cool. I know how capable and durable plastic boats can be, as I own 2. Well, I guess technically 5 if you count all the kayaks. Trust me, plastic, not an issue. All right, moving into number 5, but remember, I am going to have a bonus boat at the end of the video, so technically there's going to be 6. I couldn't leave this one out. Anyway, number 5 is the Polycraft 300 Tuffy 10-foot plastic boat. Now, this is going to come in brand new at $3,500. These things are super cool, and I've been wanting one for a while. This is another durable plastic hull boat, but the length is only going to come in at 10 foot. However, it's packed with features. The length is 10 foot, the beam is 5 foot. The max capacity is 3 people with a maximum horsepower rating of 15, which is going to push this 238-pound plastic boat pretty quickly. Anyway, another cool feature is it actually has a Minn Kota quick-release trolling motor bracket on the bow, as well as bow storage. It has small stern storage compartments in the back near the rear benches. It comes with tie-down cleats, and it also has an anchor well with drainage. That is super cool, and it's the first boat we've talked about between these 2 series. It's the 1 in 11 boat, the only boat in between these 2 videos that has an anchor well with drainage. Super cool. Anyway, it comes with 2 rod holders, a rear step for easy access. It has non-slip floors with drainage, and it allows a transom plate. Again, this does not come with an outboard or a trolling motor, but really you could get both for less than the total $10,000 purchase price, including the price of the boat itself. So this is a really good option. Durable, plastic, fairly lightweight. Get yourself a Spotlock bow mount trolling motor and a little outboard, and you're going to have an absolute blast on this Polycraft. This boat is high on my list. I would love to get my hands on this particular boat. All right, in the last video, I promised a 6th bonus boat, and I don't think it's gonna disappoint. It's the Light Skiff Air Inflatable Boat, coming in at only $2,800. Again, no motor or trailer. This is a narrow rib boat, the narrowest one I've seen, yet it's the coolest one I've seen. I mean, look at this thing. Just wait until I tell you how much it weighs and how much the weight capacity is. These inflatable boats are seriously underrated and seriously capable. Anyway, this is a 12-foot length boat with a 48-inch wide beam. I guess it would be a beam on an inflatable boat. It's 48 inches wide. Anyway, the max horsepower capacity is 10, which is going to push this thing because it only weighs 90 pounds. This thing, bless you, this thing is going to absolutely fly. It comes with a front casting deck with a bow mount trolling motor bracket, which is unheard of on inflatable boats. And the floor and casting deck is also completely lined in high quality EVA foam. This boat, of course, has a heavy-duty rubber bottom, an 880-pound weight capacity, which is plenty for an outboard trolling motor and 2 dudes. It's heat welded for extra durability, reinforced HD rubber bottom that is tear and puncture resistant, aluminum rear bench, which also is lathered in that beautiful EVA foam. Comes with a repair kit, which is pretty vital for these rib boats just in case. It also comes with a tote bag. This is also the only boat in the past 10 boats we've talked about between 2 videos, 11 if you include this boat, that has a tote bag. That's right, this boat has a tote bag, which means you can deflate it and pack it up, baby. Walk it down the street. Anyway, it also comes with a manual bilge pump, which I greatly appreciate. Anyway, those are my 5 or 6 favorite boats under $10,000. If you haven't seen part 1, definitely check it out. There's a lot more traditional boats and some fun different options in there. But if you enjoyed today's video, stay tuned as we're going to continue this series. We're going to talk about the top 10 used boats under $10,000, and we can even go up to new boats under $20,000. This is a pretty popular series. You guys seem to enjoy it, and I love talking boats. Anyway, like, subscribe. I'll see you next time.